Hi, I'm TaLynn Kel, and I am with Ahmara Smith here at Atlanta Comic-Con. Hi, Ahmara.
Hi.
This is the Atlanta Comic-Con. Every video I've said this, so it's 2018. This is the very first one that they've actually had. And from what I understand, that this is your very first convention.
Yeah, woo, my first one.
Like your first tabling one that
Yeah,
you've attended others.
Yeah, I've gone, but now I'm like at a table. It's much more relaxed. I get to sit down.
Is it really relaxed?
Yeah.
No, seriously. Like, what did you do at conventions when you attended?
Oh, I walked around all the time, so you get exhausted really quickly.
Did you dress up at all?
I dressed up like one time.
No, I just asked. Like, most people don't.
Oh yeah.
But I also run with a lot of cosplayers, so we always do.
You're like the theater kids of our group.
You know what? That is a great way to put it.
Yeah.
We are, because we're just like, I've had people where they've gone to movies, like opening night at the movies, and they're like, I'm dressing up, I'm going to cosplay. And I'm like,
they care a lot about it.
And I'm just like, it's a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you're going to do that, you need to pay me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to be...
I've definitely seen people cosplay at the movies.
It's uncomfortable. But, yeah.
I think I see kids do it, so I'm like, that's so cute. You're dressed up as Star Wars.
No, I've seen 40-year-old men do it.
Oh, hardcore.
Yeah.
I'd be like, you're into it. I can't talk to you. I don't know that much about this movie.
I mean, it's cool if you want to do it. I don't knock it. I can't knock it. But you're right. We are the theater kids, and we're always looking for an excuse to dress up. Except me. I don't want to dress up no more.
You're like, I'm tired.
So tell me about your art.
So I'm currently in SCAD. I'm a senior, and I'm doing sequential art. That's my major, and my minor's drawing. And so basically, I do comic books. For my job, usually I do like game art and illustration, like paintings, and then on the side I do have comics that I do and things I get published in and stuff. So
okay, and you're saying all that shit all nonchalantly like it's not a big deal. Okay, first off, you work as you do illustrations for video games?
Yeah.
So for anything you could name?
Yeah, so my most recent one is my first big job. I did all the character designs and animations for Turner Classic Movies Noir Alley game.
Really?
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah,
So-
Turner's here, so.
Right, how did you find that?
So at my school, there's a place nearby, the DMC, and around that corner there's a studio. There's a lot of really great small studios here in Atlanta that people often don't think about because they think of like Blizzard, they think of like Wizards of the Coast, but there's a lot of really good small places that'll really take care of you in the long run, and you won't run into a lot of issues there, so that's probably a good thing. And so I work at one of those, it's Sprocket, and they do like 360 VR stuff. Like they're one of like the top places to get like 360 VR in Atlanta right now because it's a new thing. And so there's only like 10 of us doing it here.
Wow.
Yeah, there's not a lot of people doing it. And so all of the companies are trying to get in on it. And so we're one of the studios here that can help you do that.
Well, first off, that's awesome. And for those out there looking for a job in illustration, like this information is what you need.
Yeah.
So, but you said that you also do comic books.
Yeah.
So you have your own book?
No, not right now.
Okay, but you
I do webcomics.
Okay. So what's the name of your webcomic?
I don't have any like one running right now, but
Okay.
all my comics can be found on my website, which is just my name, ahmarasmithart.com.
Okay, and that is AHMARA Smith.com.
Yeah, art.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
AhmaraSmithArt.com.
So easy peasy, just my name and then what I do and then .com. Or maybe it's not that easy. Wait.
No, I just had to get the spelling right, because
Okay.
that is what will throw me off. Okay, so, and you said but you have webcomic. What's the name of your webcomic, or is it just individual ones?
Yeah,
or,
it's like I have like short stories and I had a long one, but I don't show that anymore because that's from like 2016, so it doesn't look the same.
Okay, first off, that's 2 years.
It doesn't look the same.
That's 2 years.
Okay.
I know people who've been working on the same book for 5 years.
Oh, okay.
2 years.
Well, when you're by yourself, you can do whatever you want. So it was finished really quickly. It only took like a year and a half to finish. So
that's wow.
no one else was in charge.
You know what? That's actually an excellent point.
Yeah.
And so, what future projects do you have?
Right now I'm working on a comic with writer Jordan Clark. He does like short stories. He was in Puerto Rico Rising. He did Bitch Planet, if you know that comic. He was in, they did like a series, a special one. He did that one. And then another one for Image, I think. And so I'm doing a short one with him. I'm doing another one with Atla Hrafrani. I hope I said her name right. But she lives in Iceland, but she's like really prominent on Twitter and stuff. And so we're trying to get something going there. So I just got a lot of like that's the thing about comics. Like, you're trying to always like get your next project, and so a lot of times you'll have like things lined up, and they might fall through. But since you have so many things lined up, one of them is gonna catch.
Still, first off, I love how you're just listing this stuff out like it's not a big deal, and it's all a big deal.
Casual.
It's all a big deal.
Thank you. I guess to me it doesn't, because it's just me and my friend, you know, and so we're just like, we're drawing pictures, so it doesn't ever feel like it's like serious.
And I'm like, there's other people here who, if I told them that, they'd be like, what?
They'd be like,
I'm shanking her.
On Twitter.
Isn't it amazing how you can actually find jobs on Twitter?
Yeah, it's crazy, because I have Instagram, and Instagram's cool because like people will come up to me and they'll be like, I saw you on Instagram, and I'm like, oh cool. But like when I go to Twitter, a lot of people don't say I saw you on Twitter, but a lot of my work comes from Twitter.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's weird. It's like a weird thing. So I'm like, I guess Instagram is more chill and Twitter's more like, we're here to talk business. I don't know.
You know what? That's also something that's really important to know. I always forget to say that because I see people going for jobs and making connections and stuff all the time on there. Mm-hmm. And to be honest with you, there are several people who I've met since I've been doing cons and actually like doing interviews and stuff and writing that I've met via Twitter and met them in person.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, a lot of my contacts come from Twitter. A lot of my contacts on Instagram, on Twitter, like Atlanta the comic room, I don't know how to describe it, industry is really small. A lot of art industries are small because like when you're going into this industry, you have to have a lot of free time that it takes to build the skill. And then like once you build the skill, you have to like take a lot of classes. So it's kind of like a weird position. It's like a luxury, but also if you didn't have entertainment, life would be really boring. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's kind of like this weird thing where it's like it takes a lot of extra time and effort to do this. But once you do it, it's fun.
That's okay. I'm about to say that's a lot, but no. It's just something to kind of have to process because, you know, a lot of people want to get into it and they don't understand what they need to do.
It's a business. At its core, it's like, this is a small business. So that's all you really have to think about it, is that whatever you are, like, it's your brand. And then whatever you're doing, this is just the product. Like, okay, you can be good at drawing, but are you good at like business? Like, I think I'm only okay at business.
And in the meantime, you listed off a bunch of impressive work that you're doing.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is having like a really open, good personality to work with. And I think you just gotta like understand where people are coming from. I think going to school really helped me a lot with that because you don't really understand the production side. And so if you go into it straight, like I love comics, I draw a lot, I want to make a comic, it's not that easy. You have to understand like, well, what's this editor thinking? What's this publisher thinking? What's my agent thinking? I want to work with this person. What are they doing right now? What are they thinking? Are they busy right now? Like summer is so busy for comics. You don't get a response until like September. So, you know, it's stuff like that.
You know what? That's interesting, and I haven't heard anybody really talk about it like that,
Really?
So that's good.
Okay, cool. I'll spill the beans. I'm a snitch now.
No, it's actually, that's pretty awesome.
That was one of the things that frustrated me, that frustrates me still, because I'm new here, and a lot of people still feel like talking about business is like gauche. Mm-hmm. They're like, I don't want to do it, I don't want to say numbers, I don't want to tell you, but it's like, even if you tell me all the secrets, it doesn't mean people are just gonna run up and steal your job. Like people need a lot of art.
Yeah.
There's a lot of art to be drawn.
Well, that is a great way to think about it and a great way to put it, and it's actually very encouraging for people out there looking at this field and feeling like, I mean, I know when I was growing up, they told that there's no money in doing this.
Ice cold. There's definitely money in it.
You just have to have a different approach to it.
Yeah, you have to really think about it. There's a lot of, but being in Atlanta, if you are in Atlanta, there's a lot of like really helpful people that'll really, really help you like get into the industry and like figure it out and stuff. And Google things helps because people do like to snitch on Google. So if you want to work at a company, Google them first.
Gotcha. So, all right, you mentioned your website. Now, if they wanted to find you on social media, how would they find you?
It's the same name as my website. That's my handle for everything. So if you're like, are you on this website? Just Ahmara Smith Art. And that's me.
Gotcha. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for taking time out to talk with me. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your con.
Yeah, this is great.
Have a good one.